What's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. Just going to take you through a full day of eating on a rest day today. I had really good reception on my previous full days of eating, so I thought I've made some calorie changes today, being 7 weeks out from my photo shoot. I believe I'm 7 weeks out. I'll need to fact check you on that. So I'm 6 weeks and 6 days out from my photo shoot. That's how long I am. So I've made some calorie changes today. It is a rest day, so very small changes, about 75 calories out of my plan. And I will show you what my rest day, full day of eating looks like. So it is currently 20 to 8. I did wake up quite a bit later today. I had a bit of a lie-in. Felt like my body needed it after training 3 days in a row, doing tons of Stairmaster, having a really difficult leg day. And my Whoop, I think my Whoop is actually not telling me anything. I've got my Whoop score up here. So I'm just going to use that as an excuse on why I had my lie-in, but it's not telling me anything. Anyway, it is 20 to 8. First thing I do in the day is I have, so normally I go out for a short walk, but because it's a rest day and I need to get my steps in, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to weirdly flip things. So I'm going to first have my coffee and my bit of water with vitamin C, electrolytes and creatine in it, just to kind of give me some energy to get out, to go and get a big batch of steps in, because I'm going to be doing about 6,000 steps, at least 60 minutes of walking. I'm going to walk up to the park, walk about there for a bit, and then I will come back home and get into some work. No, I'll get into meal one. It'll be about 9 o'clock by the time I get back. So I'll get into meal one and then I'll show you guys what that is now on a rest day. We're finally into meal one. I managed to box off 7,000 steps on that walk. So it took me about an hour to walk all that. And not gonna lie, steps at this point are getting quite difficult. Big walks like that get quite difficult. So I probably need to shorten them a wee bit, make sure that I'm not, messing myself up too much. Wee physique update actually. I'll pop it on the screen right there. So we're actually looking very lean, 72.65, so 72.7 this morning, which was actually getting down there for me. I think I mentioned this in my previous video, I was 71 kilogram at my very leanest, so definitely getting there. Meal one to the actual day of eating though, meal one is going to be the same as most of my meal ones, missing one ingredient here. So throughout this entire diet, meal one hasn't really changed. There has been a small change this one actually, there has been a small change, but the basis of it remains the same. So we've got my skyr, we've got berries, dark chocolate, 85% the goods, right? If you do not like dark chocolate, grow up. And then the change that I have made, and this is a bit sad because I do have a whole ass pineapple here that I'm not going to be able to eat. So if anybody wants a pineapple, then feel free to hit me up on Instagram and I'll give you a full pineapple. And then I don't have any bananas in this meal anymore, so it's a bit more sad over fruit salad, but I needed to reduce the carbohydrates the last couple of weeks because my food has come down quite a lot. Calories and macros I'll put on the screen, show you the final product, and we'll get into scrapping this because I am fairly hungry. It is now 9:10. Probably going to space out my meals every 2 hours today, just to make sure that I'm not left too hungry and without food. Probably getting some diet hacks as well, because I have a couple of sort of sweet things, low calorie of course, that I have within my diet that really nuke my appetite and nuke cravings. So gonna get this done, get this together, and then I'll show you what we're working with. So that is meal one. Don't let the berries fall out there. So that's meal one. So again, it's about 400 gram of skyr. Just again, skyr is a very, very good. It's been a staple in my diet because it's, for a start, it's casein protein. So yogurts, and it's compared to whey protein is a lot more fast digesting and it'll be absorbed faster and digested faster than casein protein. So if you're having something like a yogurt, which is going to be more casein, that's going to be absorbed a bit slower. It's going to keep you fuller for a bit longer. It's going to be 20 grams of whey in there. I am using so I said this before in my last video, I'm using the white chocolate raspberry flavor Perform, and it tastes like a raspberry sort of strawberry yogurt. And so if I put this in the actual skyr itself, then it tastes a very, very good taste, just like I'm having a strawberry or raspberry yogurt, but it's got like 60 gram of protein in it. So it's massive. 150 gram of summer fruits on there as well. And then 10 gram of dark chocolate just to get some fats in. Again, my diet is very low fat right now. So today I'm having about 45, 50 gram of fat. So not too much exciting food sources, but we're going to get this in, get started on some work for the day. Probably going to record some more YouTube. I'm enjoying the YouTube videos. I posted one the other day. I'll probably put a link up here. I think I can do that. I can put a link up here for you to tap and watch it. It's about how to build muscle naturally, because there's a lot of misconceptions on how to build muscle as a natural. Today, I'm probably going to film a video on progressive overload, so everything you need to know about progressive overload and obviously common mistakes and whatnot. So I'll see if I can get that out for later tonight. It's Friday tonight, Friday today. If I film that now, if I get this down me, film out, edit it, I can probably get it out for tonight, which will be super cool. And then obviously this video here will probably be out on the Sunday, so a couple of days later. So just enjoying the YouTube game right now. It's actually a breath of fresh air compared to Instagram, which is a lot more short form, it's a lot more rapid, ADHD. It's difficult to truly get some value out of it. But anyway, guys, I'm going to stop yapping because I've caught myself this time. I'm going to get this down me. And we are back after some work, filmed my YouTube, edited a reel for today, so you'll see that come out. It's on lat training. It is a wee snippet from my previous video, so again, if you haven't watched that, not my previous video actually, the video before that, my Sunday video. So if you haven't watched that, then I highly recommend it. Loads of value in it. Again, I think I can put a link there if you want to watch it. Absolutely plugging the shit out of my channel right now. So what meals are we going to have right now, or what meal are we going to have right now? We are going to have a very fun and exciting meal. So get all the ingredients. I've got to move you guys out of the way so I don't knock my camera over. So we've got a couple of ingredients here. We have, or a couple of ingredients. We've got meal prep, so this is going to just be chicken and veg. So I've got, that's a bit of protein gone for the day. So let's not do that again. We've got chicken, about 200 gram chicken, 190 gram of chicken now. We've got 100 gram of peppers, 100 gram of courgettes, and then we have the dawn of seasonings. If I have any left, I can show you this. We've got rub Louisiana Cajun seasoning, beautiful seasoning. It's my favorite one. We've also got an avocado. I'm going to chop this into half. I'm going to have half of this now, half of this for my next meal. And then we have spinach. So we're going to have 100 grams of spinach. This is a new obsession of mine. We've got mustard, so I'm just going to absolutely lather mustard on this. Mustard is a very low calorie condiment. Whenever you're in a fat loss phase, dieting phase, you want to focus on the lower calorie condiments. Things like mustard, sriracha is really good, hot sauce. Barbecue sauce can be okay. I would be a little bit careful with it. And then reduced sugar, ketchup. All these are going to be very low calorie condiments that you can have just to make food a little bit nicer and more interesting. I would stay away from condiments like this. So this has been sitting there for a little while now. Garlic mayo. Love it to bits, man. In my improvement phases where I have a little bit higher fats, I can have things like that. But in a dieting phase, I don't really want to be wasting calories on a sauce like that. I want to be making sure that I'm having, or I don't want to be going too over my calories based on condiments and sauces. So I'm going to chuck all this together. I'm going to show you the calories and macros now. And then obviously this is going to be this basically going to be meal 2 and meal 3 because I have the exact same meal. This is essentially going to be a pre-cardio meal because what I'm going to do is I'm going to have this, jump straight to the gym for 40 minutes of Stairmaster. I've started going to the gym on my rest days just to do cardio, which I've never actually done before. I don't think I've ever done that, but I've started doing it now because I just don't want to be doing like 60 minutes on stairs after I've trained because it's just too much. I could obviously separate them more, but in my opinion, like it's just not a good use of my time working on my business, having a part-time job, all these different things. So I just put some cardio on my rest day and I find that gets me out of the house, helps me get steps in as well, going to the gym and whatnot. So perfect. Anyway, I'll bang this up, put the calories there. So there we go, 100 gram spinach, 2 avocado, or half an avocado. I put about 30 gram of mustard on this. It's quite a lot of mustard, but again, it's very low calorie condiment. There's probably only 20 extra calories from that mustard I added. And then obviously I've got my chicken underneath that as well. So gonna bang this down and I'll see you at the gym for cardio. So we are on the stairs now. Enjoyable time here. So we're 23 minutes into cardio of a total of 40 minutes. So got a podcast on. It is the Beyond Board Shorts podcast with Ben Bray as the guest. Ben is probably one of my biggest idols in the industry. Worked with him for a few months back in 2023. Got into the best shape of my life back then, and that kind of got me started on even just doing this photo shoot prep. So big shout out to Ben. Essentially with your cardio, you want to make sure that you're working within a heart rate range. This is actually something I learned from Ben himself. You don't just want to be jumping on a treadmill or a Stairmaster or a bike or anything like that and just kind of plodding along. You want to make sure there's actually some intensity behind your cardio rather than basically burning no calories. So 40 minutes today, we are within the 120 to 150 beats per minute heart rate zone. Ideally, you want to be closer to that 150, but for me to do that today, I probably have to be on like sitting 10, which isn't really sustainable for me today. My legs are a bit gassed, so still trailing towards the bottom end of that range, so that 120, 130 range, and making sure that you don't actually start the timer on your cardio. Got my whip here, which is a thing tracking my heart rate. I don't wear my Apple Watch during my cardio because that tracks my steps during the cardio as well, which is actually something you don't want. So you don't want to track your steps during cardio. You want to keep your steps and your cardio separate. So I don't wear my Apple Watch because it tracks my steps. I try not to hold my phone either because that'll track my steps too. But essentially I'm trying to keep myself within that 120 to 150 beats per minute range throughout the entire time I'm on the Stairmaster. I'm going to put the camera down, it's feeling a bit heavy in my hand right now, so I've got 15 minutes left to crack on, or a little bit more than 15. I've got 17 minutes left to crack on. It took me 2 minutes to get up to that 120, 150 beats per minute. 2 minutes to get there. So that means that I needed to add 2 minutes to my cardio, so I'm doing essentially 42 minutes on the stairs. I'm going to get this podcast back on, feeling gassed just holding the camera, fucking hell. And I'm going to crack on with getting this done, and I'll see you after my cardio. So that is us finished on 40 minutes there. Absolutely battered after that. You can see that on my face. Absolutely soaking. If you're not getting off your cardio like that, then you're not going hard enough. Make sure you do have a heart rate zone for your cardio. You're not just going on aimlessly and kind of just doing whatever's easiest. So that's cardio finished. Gonna head home now. I've already done 9.5k steps as well out of my 12k. So going home, I should probably box off about 1,000, 1,500 steps again. So I probably won't need to actually catch up on steps tonight, which is fantastic. And this is what I always say to my clients: is make sure you're getting things off. Make sure you're ticking the boxes early in the day, and you're not just waiting until 7, 8, 9 o'clock at night to tick your boxes. Whether that's your training, whether that's your cardio, especially steps. That's one thing that a lot of my clients, they struggle to tick off sometimes. And it's because, again, they're not getting their steps in early. Like you saw this morning, I went off and I did like 7,000 steps at 7 o'clock in the morning, from 7 o'clock till 8 o'clock. And I understand not everybody has the ability to do just box off an hour walk in the morning. I understand that. But even if you can do 10, 20, 30 minutes in the morning, that gives you maybe 2,000 to 3,000 steps as soon as you start your day. You're not starting off on the back foot. The same with cardio. If you can do cardio in the morning, then fantastic. Again, just for me personally, it doesn't make sense for me to do cardio first thing in the morning. I want to crack on my work. I want to get into the office and get my content done, get my clients sorted for the day. Just keep that in mind. So I'm going to get home now. It is 20 past 2, so I'm not going to have my next meal until about 4 o'clock, just so I'm not having a meal too early and then being hungry for the rest of the day. So I'm going to have my next meal about 4 o'clock, so I'll catch you guys then. So it is now 4 o'clock. As you can see, we have meal number 3 in front of us, and it's an exciting one, this one. It's probably my favourite meal of the day. It's literally the exact same thing as meal number 2. Got you guys there, didn't I? So meal 3 is the exact same as meal 2. 100 gram of spinach, 50 gram of avocado, or half an avocado, 200 chicken, 100 pepper, 100 courgette, bit of mustard, and on this one, because I forgot to put on the last one, some leaves of basil, which actually is a game changer in terms of taste. It's not really an exciting one. When you're trying to progress towards certain goals, not all your food's going to be exciting. It's not going to be massive, tasty meals all the time, exactly what you want. Sometimes you have to just eat boring foods to get amazing results, and that's just the way things are. You don't always have to eat boring foods, don't get me wrong. The only reason I'm eating this because my calories are quite low. And honestly, maybe it's a bit naff, all this being on a bed of spinach, but I actually really enjoy it. Aside from maybe the spinach is more there just as something to keep me full, and obviously it provides loads of micronutrients as well. But the chicken, the veg, the avocado, I love it. Like, I actually really enjoy it. The mustard, all that works really well together. So honestly, it's not as bad as it seems. It's more of the hunger that is the issue. It's more of just the fact that I'm still hungry after eating it. Maybe satiated for like 10, 15, 20 minutes, and then I'll be straight back to being hungry again. So that's more of the issue rather than the food itself. But just doing the editing for my video right now, I'm almost there, almost done. So I just need to add another couple of things, and then that will be it, and it'll be ready to be posted probably tomorrow. But just going to put the calories and macros back up on screen again, and then just going to scan it and get back to editing. So final meal of the day, a little bit more exciting than the last 2 meals, which were just basically chicken and veg. We've got oats, 70 gram of oats, summer fruit, 150 gram, some lovely dark chocolate again, just 1 square or 10 grams. And then for the final icing on the cake, we've got that Perform again. Debating whether mixing this in or having it as a paste. I'll probably have it as a paste on this meal, but mixing it in is also a very good option usually. So obviously I'm going to try and make this meal as voluminous as possible. I like to bias my carbohydrates towards the end of the day because I've got my training tomorrow. So the carbs from this meal will go towards my training tomorrow and help fuel my performance. When today I didn't really need carbs for the entirety of the day. I did start off with some. I had about 50 gram of carb in the morning with that first meal. Lots of fibre in the oats. It's going to keep me satiated. It's going to also help improve my sleep quality due to the effect that carbs have on your insulin sensitivity. So I'm going to whip all this up. Should only take about a couple minutes, and then we'll get to eating it. Sometimes I do have sort of appetite suppressant, sort of, not supplements, that would make me not natty, but sort of things to help my appetite. So I've got a couple of things here. So we've got low calorie jelly. So this is 10 calories in it, and honestly, it kills cravings and appetite. So if you are in the evening, if you've already had all your food for the day and you're still quite hungry, that is a game changer. You can get these from the shops, and then 0 sugar, obviously diet drinks. They're not going to kill you. They have no calories in them basically, and obviously they have a couple of different effects. So obviously one, they are carbonated, so they're going to bloat you up, fill you up in that way, and 2, they just taste nice. I'll usually keep them to 1 of these a day and 1 of these a day as well, just because the artificial sweeteners in them can cause digestive issues, so just keeping that in mind before spamming them. But gonna crack on, gonna get this prepped, and then I'll show you what we've cooked up. And so we've got the finished product. Bang, get a view of that. Awesome stuff. Finishing the day on a high, and this is what I say, this is one of the reasons I save this meal till the end of the day. But it's actually the biggest meal of the day, so again, I'll put the calories on the screen before anyway, but it is actually the biggest meal of the day. And it'll just satiate me until I go to sleep, which will be around probably an hour and a half, probably 9 o'clock. I'll go to sleep, wake up at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, and do it all over again. But training day time. Hope you enjoyed this one, guys. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I do have spaces available for coaching, so if you are interested in working with me one-to-one, I can create you an individualized plan to reach your goals. Then inquiry link is in the bio or in the description. But other than that, I'll catch you guys next time.